It's been a 49-year wait in the making, but the Blues are finally back in the Stanley Cup final. St. Louis taking on Boston, the same team the Blues lost against in their last final all the way back in 1970. The Blues coming in with a 7-2 road record in the 2019 playoffs. St. Louis gets off to a fast start. First period, Braden Chen pounces on the rebound for the opening goal. Early on in the second period, a bad Boston giveaway. Chen sets up Vladimir Tarasenko, who fires it home. 2-0 Blues. But the Bruins would rally. Less than 2 minutes later, Connor Clifton is open right in front of the net for the goal that cuts the lead down to 2-1. Boston dominated this game. The Bruins tie things up at 2. It was 2-2 heading to the third period. A scrum near the net, but somehow Boston gets the goal to go in to take a 3-2 lead. The Bruins add a late empty netter. The Blues lose 4-2. Game 2 from Boston is Wednesday night. Moving to high school baseball, the Class 3 state semifinals have a mid-Missouri feel to them, as Fatima, Blair Oaks, and Montgomery County all made the semis. Let's start with the all-mid-Missouri matchup. Blair Oaks and Montgomery County, both teams have played some great baseball down the stretch. It didn't take long to get the scoring started. Very first batter of the game, and Colin Parrish smashes the ball to right center. Deep and gone for the leadoff homer, but Blair Oaks would answer back in the bottom half of the first. Cameron Morris with the hard grounder off the shortstop's glove. Nolan Hare comes in, and we're tied up at 1. Bottom second now, bases loaded, 2 outs, and it's Morris delivering another clutch hit. This one takes one hop and goes over the wall for a ground rule double. 2 more runs score to make it 3-1 Falcons. Moving to the third, a Montgomery County wild pitch, and here comes Reed Dudenhofer from third. 4-1 Blair Oaks. David Dell pitched a great game on the mound, but Cade Stockman on for the last out. Blair Oaks up 2, and he gets the weak grounder to second base to end the game. The Falcons celebrate. Blair Oaks wins 4-2, advancing to the Class 3 state championship, as here comes the dog pile. A huge win for the Falcons.
Oh my gosh, it means the world to us. We've been thinking about this, not only this year, but ever since I was a freshman, and we were all freshmen. It's like a dream come true. It's crazy.
Well, it's everything we've talked about since day one. I really believe we could do this, and there were times this year we didn't think we could do it, but the better this team gets better and better every day, and I see us here, and I think we're going to win tomorrow for sure.
Blair Oaks advances to the Class 3 state championship tomorrow at 1:30. Montgomery County plays in the third place game at 11 a.m. But who will Blair Oaks face? Fatima playing in the other Class 3 semi. The Comets were just 14-14 on the year coming into this game, but had a really tough schedule, and it clearly prepared them for the stage. Fatima jumps all over 22-3 Saxony Lutheran. Top first, Gage backs with the infield RBI single as Jaden Hoskins scores. More Comets in the second inning. Here's an interesting play. Fatima caught in a pickle, but the rundown ends well for the Comets as Trey Herzing slides in safely at home to make it 2-0. Moving to the third, a great bunt by Austin Wegman, and here comes a wild throw to first base, and Jaden Hoskins scores his second run of the game to make it 3-0. A tough game for Saxony Lutheran, but the Comets take advantage here. Gage Cunningham delivers a 2-run single. It was a wild sixth inning where Fatima bats around and scores 8 runs. Most of them came on some sloppy play, but here Gage backs with the RBI single up the middle. Austin Wegman scores. Fatima wins 14-2 in 6 innings. A magical playoff run for the Comets, who advanced to the state championship game after a tough start to the season.
I can't believe it right now. We started the season 3 for 9, and now we got our first winning streak of the year with 15-14, and I don't think anyone expected us to be here, and now we're here.
It's awesome. I honestly could never think I was going to be here, and now I'm here, and I'm ready to go fight as hard as I can for it.
So it's Fatima and Blair Oaks in the Class 3 state championship tomorrow at 1:30. You can read more about the matchup on our website. Click Leffler's link. Moving to the majors, the Royals taking on the White Sox in Chicago. Homer Bailey has struggled this year, but had a great outing today. Bailey with a strikeout to end the first inning. More of the same in the second. Watch this as he paints the corner for another strikeout. Then the rain would come down really hard in the fourth. Somehow they're still playing baseball as Hunter Dozier rips the ball to left for an RBI single. 1-0 Royals. They had multiple rain delays in the 5th inning. They'll pick this game up tomorrow at 4:40 p.m. with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Then they'll play another game after that one ends. Former Mizzou baseball star and 3-time Cy Young winner Max Scherzer on the mound as his Nationals taking on the Marlins. Scherzer leads the National League in strikeouts. and this is why. Some wicked movement for the strikeout. More Max. Look at this drop for another K for Scherzer. He strikes out 6, allows just 1 run over 6 innings. He was literally a one-man show for the Nationals. In the 5th inning, how about this? Max rips a single to right. Here's a play at the plate, and the runner is safe. Scherzer's RBI single puts the Nationals up 2-1, but his bullpen blows the lead. Scherzer gets a no decision as the Nationals lose 3-2. Scherzer's college team got some bad news. Mizzou's one of the last 4 teams out of the NCAA tournament. The Tigers had 4 road wins against teams who are currently in the top 15 nationally in RPI, but it wasn't enough, in part because Mizzou dropped its final 5 games of the year. Overall, the Tigers finished the season 34, 22, and 1. And given their tough schedule, I thought Mizzou deserved to make the tournament, but of course, what I think does not matter one bit.
Unfortunately, yeah, you don't get to pick. So
I don't get to pick. The selection committee
maybe
does.
next year.
Maybe next year. Steve Beazer had a great season. He's been really good as Mizzou's new coach a few years back in a row.
All right, thank you. When we come back, we will have a recap of all of today's top stories, and Zach will have a final look at the forecast.